So, what if our president's idea is not as bad as we actually think? I mean, for a president to say, let's build a wall so we can keep all the criminals out, is also like actually inadvertently saying, let's build a wall so we can keep all the criminals in here. But they're entitled to be inside of our society because they're Americans. All right, whatever. So let's get past the dumb stuff. Hi, I'm London. Um, what if the wall could be seen from space? What if you could wake up in the morning and you could be somewhere on the wall, waking up to a sunshine, or in the middle of the night, um, looking at the moonlight in some vast oasis of silence and I don't want to say desertness, but in some deserted place, but some place maybe that's like virgin territory. Have you ever been out in Louisiana, Mississippi in the middle of the night and turn off your headlights? You're like, whoa! Um, have you ever been in Louisiana, Mississippi in the middle of the night and you were sitting on the front porch or a back porch for that matter and you heard the crickets and the birds? Well, if it's midnight, heard some owls. You heard crickets and you heard the rustling of the leaves of other nocturnal creatures and such. What if that was the essence of what the border became? A border town. A town that spanned the length of the border from the Gulf of Mexico to the Pacific Ocean. And instead of it being some hostile representation of advanced civilization, it was actually the embodiment of people working together from around the world to produce this art project that was reflective of our innermost joy that we find within each other, as opposed to finding our innate hostility that's originally started with our own family members and cousins and next door neighbors that we try to project out into the rest of the world, no matter what our dynamic, social economic dynamic actually is. That is where a president who needs votes would come up with a description of a wall would fall short of what I've just expressed to you. But I'm more than certain that a financial, I don't know, I'm more than certain that a shrewd business person would care to take another look at, and a shrewd society would care to take a look at and realize could be the beginning of something very beautiful. I believe that the idea of creating a wall is not inherently bad or wrong or uncivilized or anything like that. I think it's pretty dope. I truly believe that with done, I hate to say done it with taste, but done tastefully, if produced for the right reasons and in the right context, if produced with the right intention, this wall could be something truly amazing. None of my recording devices are going except for the one that's on the camera. So this is it's comical in and of itself. Maybe it lends to the conversation that president's idea, though it may appear to suck, or be without any professional thought of merit, is actually not as bad as it's not as bad as what it actually is. We just have to be able to get down with figuring out how to make it into something that is worthwhile. There's a puddle of mud in the yard. It's a puddle of mud in the yard. An adult walks through it, it's mud on our shoe. It's tracked. Conceivably, it is trackable into the home. It is extra work to be done. But give it to a 5 or 6 year old. It's mud pies. It's fun. It's a whole mini series of imagination and stories within a 2 or 3 hour period that spans a generation in the mind of the capable. We as adults, as grown-ups, as big folk, I am certain that we can actually figure a way to take the crappily delivered idea of building a wall and take it and turn it into something that is reflective of what a modern society, a modern universe is capable of producing. That's on nothing less than short of amazing. So, where do we go from here? What actually are the dimensions of the wall? Is it like building Jericho or tearing down Jericho? Is it have anything to do with the length and the breadth and the width of the wall that encompassed Jerusalem, or something, so very ideological and philosophical to be debated? No, not really. Let's just be where we are here today and take the time to, between the countries of the United States and Mexico, put our American forces together to contribute a global piece of artwork. True, the Chinese wall will always be the longest and the, outstanding. It is what it is, right? Jordan's records, they're Jordan's records, but you gotta give it to Kobe and LeBron and Paul Westbrook and others, like the guy from Houston with the big beard, whatever it is that they're doing in the sport. So then this would be a generation, a centennial generation away in the creation of something that is strikingly similar in the same vein, yet it serves a more magnanimous purpose, even though smaller, which is not to slight what's already exists. The wall can truly be a united nation project that is facilitated by the United States and Mexico, that has a global warming of the heart impact upon humanity and society. Yeah, that's what building the wall can and will be.